autism in 1970, and people can argue that this is from diagnostics and things like that, but we know from 2012 to 2013, no, something's happening here. We had 1 in 10,000 diagnosed. I mean, the first diagnosis of autism was in the 1950s, but now it's 1 in 50 in the United States. I mean, we have to really think seriously about what's happening. Now, if you look at the definition of autism, a pervasive developmental disorder characterized by severe deficits in social interaction and communication, by an extremely limited range of activities and interests, and often by the presence of repetitive stereotype behavior. This about defines everybody under 30.
Well, apparently, most of us, well, the average user, is checking his smartphone at least 110 times a day. Apparently, there are some similarities between the smartphone addiction to other addictions. For example, when a smoker can get his cigarette, he feels stressful, he feels anxious. It's the same for an alcoholic who can't get his drink. And apparently, we feel stressed when we can't get our phone on, or when our battery is about to die. You probably know this feeling. And a research done in Australia among 3,000 people under the age of 30 found that 9 out of every 10 admit to feel this anxiety while having his battery dying.
Researchers in an article concluded that if you have some of the following symptoms, you could have smartphone addiction: disregard of negative consequences, chronic anxiety, or lack of impulse control. I'm sure many of us here have a smartphone in either our pocket or our purse. And if you keep checking that during the talk, that is lack of impulse control, which is a symptom of smartphone addiction. Peer pressure. How many of you get frustrated when someone does not respond to a text message fast enough? Come on, yeah. We all do that. Why? Because there's a possibility that someone could respond immediately, so in a way, we expect it. And being a recipient, you want to be a good spouse, significant other, or coworker. So what do? Well, you make yourself just that much more available here, that much more available there, and this perpetuates to a point where you're literally on your phone 24/7 because you're trying to keep up with external obligation.
Ibn Mas'ud said, I said to the Prophet, هل للساعة من علم تعرف به? Does the hour have a knowledge that you can know it by? He said, Na'am, ya Ibn Mas'ud. And Muslims have to know these signs so they recognize them when they see them. And there are many signs. تعرض الفتن على القلوب كالحصير. And the Prophet said that the fitan will be shown to the hearts like a mat. عودا عودا. It has 2 lines, a horizontal and vertical line. This is the TV set. This is the set. It's a hasir, it's a mat. And the Prophet said, the fitan will be shown to the hearts like a mat. Kal hasir. And this is how shaitan is destroying the hearts, by showing them the fitan on these films and on TV over and over again until people just become accustomed to violence. It's a normal thing. They're not shocked by it anymore. These are signs. يا ابن مسعود إن من علام الساعة وأشراطها أن تواصل الأطباق وأن تقطع الأرحام. This to me is one of the clear prophetic miracles of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, تواصل الأطباق, that the dishes will be communicating continuously, and the Prophet used the very word that's used for satellite communications, muwasalat, and people will sever their family ties. In other words, people will stay home and watch television on satellite dish, and they won't go visit their neighbors. This is an amazing hadith to me. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول